What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 trimmers from Gamma and Stylecraft. And before we get into the video, if you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit that thumbs up and let me know. And make sure you guys are subscribed because I got more of these coming. I also just dropped my top 5 Babyliss clippers, my top 5 Babyliss trimmers, and my last video was my top 5 clippers from Gamma Stylecraft. So make sure you guys check all those out. But anyway, let's get right into this video. Now you guys can see in front of me, in no particular order, we have the Stylecraft Flex, the Gamma X Evo, the new Stylecraft Rebel, the Stylecraft Saber, and the Instinct on the right. I got the websites pulled up. We're gonna go over each trimmer starting at number 5. We'll talk about their features and why I like them or don't like them and why I place them at each rank. But let's get them out of the way and we'll get started at the bottom of the list at number 5. I have the Gamma X Evo. All right, so you guys can see it here, the Gamma X Evo increased torque microchipped magnetic motor trimmer. It is $159.95. It does have the DLC black diamond carbon blade, adjustable zero gap blade, 3 interchangeable body kits. I think it's silver, gold, and rose gold if I remember correctly. It does have the performance microchipped motor, low noise and low vibration, removable drop top skeleton option. So you guys can see here, we have the skeleton option. You can put a lid on that goes all the way up. But you guys can see here the Gamma X Evo. There is also a regular Evo trimmer from Gamma and Stylecraft as well, and I would imagine it is slightly cheaper. Now guys, if you watch my Gamma Stylecraft clipper video, you would see me talk about the X Ergo, and everything I said about the X Ergo is gonna be the same for the X Evo. So this is just a consistent, solid, affordable trimmer from Gamma Stylecraft. I'll be honest, it doesn't do anything crazy. Doesn't bald out as good as some of the other ones, doesn't line as good as some of the other ones, but it is affordable. It's a solid trimmer. It's not too sharp, so you can use it on kids. You can use it for just about everything, and it is affordable, like I said, so you're not spending a ton of money. And this is something you can just always keep on your station. So funny enough, with that being said, the rest of the trimmers are mine. I do not have an X Evo anymore or a regular Evo, but this was a solid trimmer that I used for a long time. But there's a couple better ones that we're gonna check out in a minute. So that is why it is number 5 on my list. Now, if you guys did watch my clipper video, you know I battled with where to place the Instinct clipper. And we're not gonna fight this one, guys. The Instinct trimmer is my number 4 trimmer on the list. So here we have the Instinct Professional Vector Motor Cordless Trimmer, guys, $209.95. So a higher price point than probably everything else on this list. A little bit expensive. The clipper's like $250. So these are the top, most expensive clippers and trimmers from Gamma Stylecraft. So just like the clipper, the trimmer has the vector motor that will up the RPMs when it senses drag. And again, if you didn't see that video, guys, I basically never noticed that when I was cutting with these. Definitely wasn't something that sold me on liking these better. I can see where it works, and if you guys use them and it is a nice feature, I'll take your word for it. Has the Black Diamond DLC X Pro wide blade, lithium-ion battery with 4 hours of runtime, and it recharges in 2 hours. Of course, it can be zero gapped. It has the 360-degree skeleton design. It comes with some different housings, blue, red, and black, and everything else, the screwdriver, all the charging stand, maintenance kit, everything else the Gamma stuff comes with. So guys, solid trimmer. Honestly, with the X Pro, it does have the one cutting blade on it that some of the other trimmers have that we're gonna talk about. I'll tell you this, it does cut super well. It cuts super sharp. And I'm gonna explain to you guys why I don't like the Instincts outside of the size. I wanna explain something to you guys. Now, it's the same thing with the Evo. I want you guys to listen to how these sound. And these things to me sound like an angry bee that's kept up. All this power is inside and it just can't come out to the blade. So, like it's vibrating even more than the trimmer can even let out. So it's like a car having all this horsepower, but the transmission and all of that stuff can't even put it to the wheels, which is actually how cars work. So for that reason, I just don't love these clippers. They sound super powerful. Honestly, this is awful. I couldn't even talk over that and keep doing the video. They sound super powerful, but it's almost like the power doesn't translate out the clipper. Or something like the Flex or the Saber that we're gonna talk about in a minute. Quiet, all the power gets out, and it cuts super well. So with that being said, guys, that is why the Instinct is number 4 on my list. And if you guys hate me for that, leave me a comment down below and let me know. But that is just my opinion, guys. Not my favorite trimmer from Gamma Stylecraft. Next up on the list at number 3 is the Stylecraft Rebel trimmer. And you guys can see it here, $139.95. Probably the most affordable trimmer. Maybe not the most affordable. I think the absolute hitter is still cheaper, but definitely out of the list that we're looking at, one of the most affordable, 140 bucks. Has a super torque motor, 7,500 strokes per minute for optimized bulk removal and sharp lines. Has the stainless steel X Pro blade. Now, it does not have the one cutting blade, guys, but let me tell you, I just did an unboxing on this thing and it still cuts absolutely crazy. So definitely surprised me. Lightweight, quiet, sharp lines, balls out like a beast, super solid trimmer. And of course, fully adjustable blade, interchangeable body kit, skeleton design, pretty much everything else has. And guys, this is basically our Stylecraft hitter on steroids. So you guys can see, similar to the hitter, it does have a brushless super torque motor, super quiet. It does have the X Pro blade without the one blade, but like I said, guys, it still cuts super well. I was super impressed with this Rebel trimmer. Probably one of my favorite trimmers to come out for a while. Gamma Stylecraft kind of been on a roll. We got the Rebel, the Instincts, the Flex, and the Saber, all super solid trimmers. Evo's been out for a long time and it's just okay, but these trimmers have been crazy lately, and the other two are nice, so that's why the Rebel is at number 3. At number 2, guys, I have the Stylecraft Flex trimmer. All right, so you can see the Flex here, professional modular super torque motor, $149.95. So another nice price point for a trimmer. It has a super torque rotary motor, 7,500 RPMs, gold titanium X Pro with the one black diamond cutter blade. So these things are absolutely crazy. Everything else is the same, guys. You have the zero gappable blade, additional housings, 360 skeleton, all of that stuff. So guys, this trimmer is super solid. You haven't seen me use it much. I think I was just used to using my Saber, but I've actually been picking this up lately. It does have the different shaped blade. So I actually broke my blade on my Saber, so don't judge this. But basically, guys, the Saber comes with the gold X Pro wide blade, and the Flex has the, I can't remember what they call this, the classic blade, maybe something like that. But let me tell you guys, these things are absolutely beasts. They are zero gap, they cut super short, they're powerful, nice shape, fits in the hand super well. 150 bucks, nice affordable price point, and that is why they are my number 2. Yeah, number 2 on the list. All right, guys, so number 1 on the list from Gamma Stylecraft, you guessed it, the Stylecraft Saber Trimmer. Now guys, we're gonna look at the gold one over here because that's just the one that I had pulled up. I believe they're pretty much the same. Saber Professional Full Metal Body Digital Brushless Motor Cordless Hair Trimmer, gold. Gosh, that's a tongue twister. Anyway guys, $189.95. It does have the brushless motor, 7,500 RPMs. It does have a heavy duty metal body. So the last two we just looked at have a plastic body. It does have the gold titanium X Pro blade and the one deep tooth cutter. 4 hours of runtime. Again, zero gap blade, USB rechargeable. It does not have interchangeable lids, but it does come with the screwdriver, all that other stuff. So I believe the black one is the same. And guys, to answer one of you guys' questions, like I said, I did break the blade on this. I threw it off my station on accident. So this blade would look like this blade. It would be gold, obviously. And I did definitely use the gold Saber more. Got a lot of questions about it. And guys, I can't really tell you with any proof anywhere, but it's definitely something that I've heard. And I started to put it into practice, and something about the gold blade just seems to feed through hair better. So they both work super well. They will both do super sharp lines. But let's say I was gonna edge up my front hairline, the gold one is gonna cut through that hair a little bit easier than the black. Now, I don't really know why that would be. If somebody wants to comment down below and let me know maybe why that is. It's kind of the same as some of the FX trimmers from Babyliss. Some of the gold blades just seem to feed the hair better than the graphite or the black blades. So I don't really know why that is. But I will say that is slightly the case. Now guys, I would not tell you not to get the black one and only get the gold one. They're both super solid and they are 190 bucks. So a little bit higher of a price point, but they're my number 1 slot on the list because they are that good, even with the high price point. And guys, I will say this, the last two we just talked about are close second and third. So if the 40 bucks cheaper price sounds a little bit better to you, definitely check out the Flex or the Rebel. But guys, the Saber definitely has been one of my all-time favorite trimmers of all time. Yeah, one of my all-time favorite trimmers of all time. But anyway, if you guys want to check out any of these trimmers on the list or anything else from Gamma and Stylecraft, head to GammaPlusNA.com or StylecraftUS.com, and you guys can use my code Seancutshair to save 10% on the entire website. I appreciate you guys checking out another top 5 video from me. If you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit that thumbs up and let me know, or leave a comment down below and let me know what other top 5 things you want me to talk about. And if you guys missed my last video, the top 5 clippers from Gamma, make sure you guys click right here and check that one out.